just heads up on land masses that I might look out for.
Correct. Yeah. So, clap. Yes. Kelrick kind of gave you the rundown on like some landmarks and things like that. Just about the area. And with that, we'll pick up. Hey, thanks for joining us again. Still having technical difficulties, so thanks for dealing with just the audio. Hopefully that's coming up, or we're going to have to do some explaining. Anyway, okay, so you guys eventually make it to kind of where they're dropping you off. You see the boat kind of like go inside, and they can't get you directly onto land, but they can get you pretty dang close, and it's about, we'll say like roughly like 5 p.m., like kind of in the evening, instead of the...
About 5 p.m. in the morning.
That is correct, Jared. Thank you. So after they
you were
get
a teacher's worst nightmare, weren't you?
No, I was pretty quiet.
that I actually do believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kelrick gets the vessel into kind of position. Anchors kind of on like the sandy beach. The crew kind of helps you guys gather all your stuff up, giving you back like the ropes that you guys had tied and all of those things. Yostra comes over to you, Tinker, and just says, hey, I really appreciate you delivering that letter. And then also kind of like packs his pocket and is like, also, thank you. It's going to mean a lot for my family, and hopefully I'll be able to get out to see my mom in Strongbank as well. So really appreciate that.
For sure. Out of game brew, can you add Tinker delivered letter to our oos? Thank you.
As soon as he said that, I was like, she forgot, didn't she?
I have it written down, but it needs to be in the oos for me to remember.
No, he's all, thank you for delivering that letter.
I'm gonna be sad. We don't have like a designated safe bedroom anymore. I'm gonna go find Zorda.
Okay.
I'm gonna say thanks for a great time and thanks for teaching me liar's dice.
Yeah, you seem to be pretty good at it.
Thank you.
Not a
and
problem.
I'm gonna give her her liar's dice set back.
Are you sure?
Oh.
Yeah.
You won it. I don't want.
I
If
still
this
want.
is pity. I don't want.
It's not pity. I won the dagger fair and square, and I don't think that. I think you should keep this and teach it to someone else. And
Are you trying to be subtle about this?
yes.
All right,
I want to know if I saw it.
I want to know if I saw this
All right.
too.
So perception checks for
I would-
anybody who wants to.
I would
You're trying
like
to be
to
sly,
be-
so you can. I mean, go ahead and roll a stealth roll for
I
me.
saw
Well,
it.
clearly he got a natural 20.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. Then it's going to be like dependent on what they hear or not. I mean, they can probably see that you're
I think
talking.
I got a good gist of it.
I'm not rolling.
Did
because
you
I would
actually
like to be
nat 20?
packing shit up in the bedroom.
I got
Sure.
an at 20.
looking
Yeah. I
so
actually-
hard for Jared's journal, not Jared
Okay.
Dad's journal. I am
Okay.
rummaging.
All right, let me
Yeah,
do this,
you do
and
that.
then we'll pop back to that. So we'll keep the suspense. What were the 2 perception rolls?
24.
Sorry, cumulatively, so I got a natural 20 for a total 26.
26.
I got a 19 for 24.
Okay, and your stealth?
29.
No way!
I got a 19 for a 29.
It's not a whole lot you can do there.
Okay.
No,
You
they-
do
insane.
see that she is talking to Zorda.
Well,
I feel like
Would
I
you
was
have
about to get
used your
something for a
talisman?
nat 20.
No, the net 20, like, you definitely see, like, there is a heart-to-heart exchange. What it is about, you are unable to make.
I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to say this is a talisman situation again. It's the same deal of, like, I would...
So I should have just said
Should we just
no,
say
you
if
failed.
you
I shouldn't
pass or
say,
fail?
I
Yeah.
shouldn't say
Yeah,
my
yeah.
number.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it, but it's the same deal here of, like... And this would be a talisman situation of, like, knowing how much I failed by or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would have thought with a 26 that would have
Tyson was like, "I
done
see it!"
most.
I would say so, too. And same deal here, within one, so I'd like it's...
When I rolled that though,
We'll see.
I rolled it this way and it rolled all the way to this. So I was like, oh no, oh.
But so you're able to have that kind of heart-to-heart with Zorda, and she... Well, thank you. hopefully I'll use this a little later, maybe even on this trip. Kelrick sometimes likes to get a little loose, not with clients, but
I
I
don't
really appreciate this, Bree. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
She's like, well, it was good meeting you, and like gives you like the like Spartan handshake, like real firm.
The full girl in the
so
class.
she touches my face.
Yeah, she just full arm like.
Yeah, like all
To
the way up.
her.
It's my boob. Guess I'm so
Sure, your arm is so much smaller compared to her. She goes to your
Okay, all right. You know what? I will accept that I didn't see you give the dice, but I did see her squeeze your armpit.
I'm sure, yeah.
Sure, we'll just say that both of you guys see that.
What a clasp.
Yeah, and you see with your natural 20 a little tickle.
You
under the
know,
armpit.
fat.
Um,
Elbowed her.
They're getting flirty.
Hey, no.
Jared was working something with that.
Oh my god.
but yeah,
Literally, Bree's gonna flirt with everybody she talks to. 'Cause of
Apparently.
Jared's
I
gonna
mean,
make it
she's
seem that way.
tickling you and grabbing your armpit.
No.
Maybe that's a
yeah.
halfling thing. I don't know.
It's sorta.
That's a made up visual.
Denial is the first stage.
No,
Bree.
no.
Too bad we're not popular enough to have fan art.
It's actually
that would have been amazing. Okay, so while you guys are saying your goodbyes and doing that, you are rummaging through the cabin, correct?
Yep, like packing, but like
Yeah.
looking through shit.
Okay, so first go ahead and roll a investigation check for me, and then tell me where what you're looking for, where, all that stuff.
9.
Okay.
I'm looking in Jared's shit, in my shit, in Bree's shit.
Where is my shit?
No, my shit is on me.
Okay. Anything that is in the room.
In the room, okay.
Okay, so just to clarify for everybody at this table here, you just said your stuff is on you.
My bag is in the room, like my main bag, but other ones,
Okay.
like mine.
So Alex is available. Jared, what about you?
I guess I didn't go grab it before I went up to the crow's nest, so I guess it would be in the room.
Okay. So 2 out of the 3 minus yours, so 3 out of the 4.
I'm looking through Jared's shit the most.
Okay.
Like I'm.
And you rolled a 9?
Yeah.
Jared, will you roll a d20 for me?
Not rolling that one.
You to roll so bad. No, you covered it.
It's a 15.
So you rummage through what you think pretty, like, severely and are unable to make out anything.
Damn.
I was hoping you were going to say, and you did find a journal.
It's just Jared's journal.
It's
It's your
Jared's.
dad's
I mean, you
journal.
did find that. Yes,
Yeah, I don't
that
care about
is-
that one. Oh, actually, are there any new entries?
I don't think so.
It was a farce the whole time.
Will you tell me if the red light is on that?
On this screen.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it from where you're at.
There's a flashing
Oh.
battery in the top left.
There is
There
something
is a
new.
flashing red light in the bottom right.
On the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It's a drawing of the target that I was making.
Oh my god. Is the torn page real?
Yeah.
Like Jared dad tore page?
There's a torn page out of here, yep.
Yeah, because he tore it off and was like, "Do you have these things?" I was there
The list.
Oh.
The list.
to make that
For
contraption.
But she doesn't know that.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
So
But other
you
than
do
So, yeah.
see a torn page, and then
pages.
Two.
Pages torn.
Lists of items.
and
And
then
And crudely drawn targets.
That's it.
And I feel like it's got to be so bad. You're like, what does this mean?
Oh, I feel like Tinker knows.
is this
What does this
draconic?
mean?
What
What does this
language is
mean?
this?
I'm gonna be saying my goodbyes to the crew. I guess
Okay.
while it's gone. So I'll be talking to let me tell Yash, thank you very much for setting up all the contraptions up there and just being a great, crew member. You were awesome. Thank you.
Oh, Al, thank you. Yeah, I have so many stories to tell, like my wife or soon to be wife, and like all my friends back home. I can't wait to tell my mom about that. I should have added that into the letter. Anyway, no, thank you. This has been it's been wonderful. And the tea you gave me, whew, I did enjoy that too.
Awesome. I will definitely.
Yeah. And that jambalaya this morning, Jambalaya Plus? Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
Gosh, that was good.
Well, it's been great to meet you, and
You as well.
I wish you and your future wife the best of luck.
Thanks. Maybe we'll run into you one day.
Maybe.
I hope so.
I'll be up with Kelrick.
Okay. And what are you?
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking care of us and getting us down here.
Making the rounds.
I love it. Everyone's like, thank you, hey, here's your shit back, and Tinker's like, where the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I really appreciated having you, Jared. I hope you and your daughter figure it out. I mean, I don't have any kids of my own, but it can't be easy. And hopefully, whatever mood she's in, she'll snap out of it. You seem like a good dad.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
It's the most frustrating and the most rewarding thing you'll ever experience in your life.
Well, I think that ship has sailed, pun intended, for me. But here's a parting gift, and he'll reach into his pocket and hand a cigar to you, and just go. When you need just some space, just I find it kind of settles the nerves a little.
Thank you. I will find a moment for this.
Not a problem. You guys have safe travels. And then you obviously were talking to Zorda.
Yep.
This just worked out really perfectly that all of you were talking to individuals. And you are ransacking the Jared.
I
You're
wrote-
talking to no one.
I wrote something in his journal.
Oh, okay.
Just for shits and giggles.
Nice.
Awesome.
Um,
I'm sure
Ella
that will
was
not
here.
come up later.
so
On the target, at the center, I said Ella's arrow, and then on the very edge, I said Jared's arrow.
so who was the gnome?
So Zorda was the human, the Kelrick, the captain, was the gnome, and Yoster was the gnome. There's 2 gnomes on the boat.
Oh,
Corebank is predominantly gnomish.
I had a different vision of Kelrick.
I
this
thought it
entire
was
time.
Dragonborn too.
Dragonborn is Strongbank.
Sorry, thank you.
Yes.
All right, yeah. For this whole time, I only knew 3 names, but I felt like there was a 4th person there. But all right,
I can't tell if this is a gag or not.
no.
No,
For
I remember
Jared,
there
or-
being other crew members, but they were not.
It's always just been the 3 of them.
No,
They've made mention that when they travel with more boats.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it has always just been these 3 crew.
Yeah, for this boat.
maybe I'm just speciesist and see everyone as humans.
Different flavors. of
or
human.
maybe that's you don't see race
Yeah.
quite literally Dragonborn.
Yeah.
No, you just
I do
mean,
differentiate bird people and small people.
He
but
does think
otherwise,
that an
Sure,
elf is
yeah.
his daughter, so...
It's fair.
yeah. Good on you, Jared.
He's species blind.
Well done. We all need to be more like you.
I'm proud of my heritage. Don't take this from me.
Okay, we're gonna move on that before we get canceled.
And on
Depends
our
you never got a
way,
haircut.
is Yoster running around?
Yoster's still
I would
say goodbye.
I don't want
There
to
it
go
is.
talk to him, but I'd bump into him and accidentally drop 5 gold and be like, "You dropped that."
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I just saw it.
Are you doing that subtly?
Yeah.
I want to see if I saw it.
Same deal.
Fuck.
No.
I don't think I can even beat your modifier.
That's so bad.
Oh,
Because
wait,
you literally
let me
can't roll
answer.
that one.
Yeah. Worst she can get is a 2.
11.
You did not.
I like how now we have to be cryptic.
You knew! I'm sorry.
No,
No, I
that's
love
awesome.
it.
It's true,
Um,
though.
So, Yoster's like, no, mine's tucked away. I didn't have
No,
it.
you did. I saw it.
Make a persuasion roll or deception, I guess. Maybe deception is probably better.
Which one?
Deception for sure. You're lying to him.
You're persuading him to believe
12.
an untruth.
A distruth. Thank you.
You lucky duck. You rolled an 11.
God damn.
Well, that. Maybe it's Zorda's or something. I'll have to
No,
find
it's
a
yours. I saw you drop it.
My.
Yoster. It's yours.
You
I
can't blink,
saw
can you?
you
She's
drop
closing
it.
both of her eyes, looking at me.
Cody
I
can't wink
can
either.
wink.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
I can wink in either eye, actually.
But Oh,
That's just how I blink.
thank you.
I saw you drop it.
You're right. I
It's-
did.
Yep.
Well, I wish I had something.
Yeah, no, it's yours.
Thank you, Bree. I appreciate that. Gosh, you guys are so thoughtful.
Mhm.
And I won't gamble with this one. It'll go
What do you
right
mean?
with.
Do whatever you want. It's your money.
No, I'm gonna put it towards the same stuff that Tinker gave me.
Do whatever you want.
That sounds
It's
like a gamble.
your
This is
money.
aggressive gaslighting, and it's really funny.
Okay. Yep. Nope. It'll be put to good use. Man, gosh, you guys are just so nice. Thank you.
I really
It's
wish I
yours. Take the fucking money, Yoster.
I really wish I could have made Bree talk there.
Why?
God, I'm going to use this for the same thing Tink gave to me. Hand on shoulder. Marriage is a gamble. Walk away.
I didn't tell anyone about that.
No, Yoster just said it.
I know, but he didn't say,
Damn.
like, I'm going to use this for the same thing.
Oh, no.
Like, he didn't, no one mentioned marriage.
No, he's just made several comments about
Marrying is
marrying his wife and
Yeah.
needing money for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Yoster, again, thank you, Bree. Can I get you anything or?
I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I really
For what?
appreciate it. You're just being a good. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
What do
well,
you even do?
For what?
Yeah, you're punk.
Okay.
You're thankful for what?
No, I'm joking.
Are you
sorry.
bullying him with your crush on him?
No, I'm just joking.
I. Okay. Well. When
Have
you.
safe travels home.
You. Thank you. Yep. You as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we gotta get you guys off the boat.
Yeah, that'd
so
be
I'll
good.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna go off and try and find Tinker.
Yeah, at this time, I'm like, if I hear that,
I
we got to
would
get you guys off the
straight.
boat, I'm going to be like, oh yeah,
It's about time, isn't it?
where's Ella?
You almost said Emily.
No, I was going to say Emma.
Oh.
Yeah. That I don't. I haven't seen her. I'll check down below. Yeah. And so he'll make his way down. I'm checking all the like.
Is Kelrick?
Hmm?
Is Kelrick?
That was Yoster. That was.
He's
saying-
still talking to me.
Kelrick and you are. Yeah. Still have.
I
I'm
was
assuming
talking-
that all of these are having.
No, he was talking to
I
Zora.
was talking to Yoster for setting up the stuff up top. You were talking to Kelrick.
Yeah.
And
You
then
were
she
talking
went and
to
talked to Yoster after.
She went and talked to Yoster after
you
you
were done. He was like walking by and I like bumped into him. and
Copy. I thought I was still hanging
If you
out.
would like to
No.
say something, we can retroactively.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I am. That's fine. We're good. I'm
Okay.
brain position.
It started with Zorda, and then
Yep.
I
transition
didn't.
to-
I didn't realize we.
Yep.
Yes, we're good.
You bumped people.
We're good. Yes,
he's by the door.
we're speed dating.
so-
I didn't rotate.
So
I don't have a partner.
I didn't know.
We're speed dating and I didn't rotate.
There's equal guys and equal girls in this room, and I don't have anyone.
why does he get two?
We're
This date's gonna go real fast.
we are good. I feel like about my understanding of the situation, there is about how much I should be interacting. So I'm gonna
I love when our characters, like, our true selves do something that works for our characters so well. It's so good.
That's funny.
So Yoster will come back up and say like, "Yep, she's not down below."
No, I would go find Tinker.
Oh, so okay. At this point,
He was asking. Yeah.
I would go find directly. I would just go to try and
yeah,
find
so
her.
Yoster's gonna take a look down there. What would you like to be doing?
I guess seeing that
Concern
Zorda
my
is
flashes.
now alone, I'm gonna go mingle with Zorda.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. All right, wait. Head count. 3 shoulders makes us. I'm gonna go talk to Zorda.
Yeah.
And I would like to say, hey, I just want to say, again, thank you so much for carrying us across all this way, and thank you for coming along on all the stuff that we brought you with.
Well, that's the job, but I do appreciate you as much as I probably didn't show it. Being able to have that experience, being guided by you,
Yeah, I know it's hard to put down gambling, so I feel like someone had to say it. So
I was talking about the spiritual guidance, but I will keep that under advisement.
Yeah, and 100%. That's mostly why I came out here to talk to you, as well as.
Okay.
Thank you. That was your presence and.
We are so awkward.
Thanks.
Yep. Well,
100%. That's.
Am I doing this or is it like?
It's in the air.
Yeah, well, I'm
Oh
sure
my
something's in the air.
Well, half the party's crying.
Yeah. Oh boy. Holy Toledo. Okay. Yeah. Well, my
Alan Zorda.
is quite
my
funny.
feathered friend.
It
Yeah.
was
I don't.
just,
let's-
having such people that can share these experiences with. It's a really emotional thing for a little bird who's never experienced.
Hey, it's all right. She's like rubbing your back, like trying to like. Hey, yeah, it's okay. Well, that was a little weird.
Oh my
but,
goodness.
Yeah, no, it'll be Kelrick.
Yeah. But yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah, totally.
It's been
Well-
great. Thanks, Sorta. I feel like out of all the people here on this crew who maybe really understood what I meant, I think you really got it.
Hey,
Oh, Are you trying to be subtle about this?
No. Not at all.
Jared is just kind of staring, like, not quite mouth agape, but like.
So you look up and notice Jared and Kelrick because you're both like watching this exchange, being like, "What the heck is happening?"
Sorry, guys. It's a Raven Queen thing.
That's what they're
Yeah.
calling it.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
The youth.
So like I was telling you, and Kelrick is just gonna like try and like keep you and him out of whatever is happening over there, and Zorda's like, "All right, well, I gotta finish the rigging."
Yeah, I gotta pack the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well.
Good talk.
Yep. Couple minutes and we'll get you on out of here.
Sweet.
So we're just gonna march her Fanny somewhere. I don't know where she's going,
It's a
but
small boat.
yeah. And then at this time, you are walking into the cabin. You do hear a couple footfalls.
Yeah.
Just
I'm not
outside.
trying to be
You see-
quiet.
As you come in, like Tinker's like crawling out from under the bed.
What are you doing?
Um,
We're getting ready to.
Yeah, I'm packing.
is shit everywhere?
No, because it's like as I'm putting shit away, I'm like,
But aren't you digging through his stuff?
yeah, his shit's probably everywhere.
Okay.
I don't know
Jared's
if you're doing
stuff.
a good job. I mean, what the hell was under the bed?
Nothing, unfortunately.
I'd like
What
to
were
know
you
if it was
doing?
dusty under the bed.
Not really.
Damn.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I was looking for Jared's journal.
Oh, here, let me help you.
Oh, here!
Great.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a run through of all the stuff and have that one.
That give you advantage, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's minute.
It's minute.
Minute.
All right. Go ahead and roll. And you already have advantage because I'd say that she could help you, but you're chaotic and I'm still
16.
caught up with Zorda. So 16. You're able to find like.
Am I able to help her go through this?
Well, that's what I was saying. If she didn't have advantage already, you
Okay.
would have been able to
Okay.
provide, but they can't stack. It's not like she has
Okay.
advantage,
Why
but
not?
it's just the rules, I guess. I don't know. But you're able to find more detailed things. You're like, oh, that's where I left that sock. Like you do find a couple loose items.
Oh, that's where those 3 pennies were.
Yeah, those copper pieces. Dang it. So you're able to do like that. You're not able to. You find his journal. You're not able to find the journal that you were looking for.
probably in some sort of trap door.
A
Look at
trap
this.
door.
I show her my addition to Jared Dad's journal. And then
Okay. So I'm gonna help you, like,
Put it all back.
yeah.
cool. Thanks.
Okay, so
It was such a chaotic party.
you're able to put all of the stuff back in bags and pack everything, you know, for the most part that you, yeah.
I'll grab Jared's bag if you want to
What
carry
if it's-
ours.
What if? Is you have to think of the thing to get it, right? So theoretically, things could be in the bag of holding
I don't know all that.
that you don't know about.
I reach my hand in. I picture the journal that I have seen Jared write in, and I hope and pray it comes to me.
And you do feel a book.
Yes!
What an idea that
No.
was.
Oh, is it not where?
Let me.
I thought that was the last place that we had.
Oh boy.
Oh man! Because I remember we were looking for it,
Yeah,
and
boy,
you said,
oh.
"Where is it?" And you texted him.
Yeah.
Search your text. Search journal.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm saying.
That'd be crazy. That's okay. Even if it doesn't work, that's fine. But like, damn, that'd be crazy.
The emotional roller coaster that I just went on.
Turned a 2-year-old rock over.
I need to ask you.
Yeah.
No!
I think there needs
Wow!
clarification.
Step outside because we can hear you, and I'm gonna listen.
I can't control it. Sorry.
Your shoes on?
Yeah.
Owen's coming. No, he's not. Blah blah blah. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy.
That'd be fucking wild.
You
I don't
had it
think we
with
get
you the whole time.
I don't think we're gonna get it.
Probably not.
I don't
but
think we are, but what a
That'd be
moment.
so cool. So.
There are so many moments I like that would have been a good reel. Videos have been doing so bad lately.
really?
Struggling to hit 200 views.
Dang.
Damn. I wonder what that is.
I have theories, but I don't know.
Yeah. I always said it's not about how many views we're getting anyway. So.
Yeah, no, it's not. But,
No.
yeah. I mean, there was a minute there where I was getting over 1,300 on every single video.
Dang.
Wow. On like. Any
Every reel.
like all platforms or any specific platforms or like for some like.
On
other
YouTube,
others?
they're still doing like 400 to 500, sometimes 1,000. But
Okay.
on Instagram, they are not.
Interesting.
I have theories, but I don't know.
Crazy.
I mean, we'll have more opportunities to do more, so we'll see how they can do.
And I think if this doesn't work out well, I think it'd be because it's not like anything major plot point wise is happening here.
No.
So I think it'd be okay. It's like, hey, we had some technical difficulties. Here's a recap of what happened in the last two sessions, and then we will post a video with cameras when we have one.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
It's not like we have so many views. Like our sessions are getting maybe 3 to 5 views.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not stressing about that. So I'll talk to Baron about it
Yeah. We can see what we do.
because.
I agree. I mean, like it's good to have them up there, but like as far as like it's not like it's a big.
Yeah. So like if we don't use the audio for 2 sessions, that's a long time of just audio. But I mean we can, but like if we don't, we'd be like, hey, sorry guys, here's a video talking about what happened.
Yeah. Just quick. Here's the what.
Here's what happened.
Yeah.
Then we'll. Sorry guys, we're still learning. We'll post the movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can even do know like what happened on the rest of the journey or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, it's chilly out there.
Do I find it?
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Well, can I do that too? Because I'm watching her pull
Do I
something
get
out.
advantage?
No.
She gets advantage because you're watching her.
Do I get advantage
Oh, I
because
don't
I'm
know
your
about
daughter?
that. I don't know why. What?
13.
Wait, why perception?
So
See?
this comes back to
Not
some.
investigation.
No, there's a reason that it is perception, and I can't tell you without giving away a bunch of the things
All
that
right.
Jared and I have talked about. I will tell you right now that this is not like, because I don't want you to find it.
No, you're good.
This is trusting in the players of being like, hey, this is, you know, what was taking place or whatever. And so Tyson had told me what his perception was of the events that took place to, like, lead us to this point.
Yeah.
So I'm going based off of
Yeah,
what
no, that's fine.
his feeling is. I gave you a chance.
Yeah.
Because of, like, a chance to, like, see or, like, notice something or whatever. It was just a high DC.
Cool.
So,
So I reach in the bag and I feel nothing. I say,
Correct.
nope, it's not there.
that doesn't mean it wasn't ever there.
I just don't understand. Maybe it's at Nicholas's house.
Nah, I doubt it would get left behind with no guarantee of returning.
He wasn't himself, so.
Yeah, but he also kind of was himself at the same time. I bet you it's here.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab Jared's bag and head out.
I'm going to text you something, Emily.
Woo!
But this has to stay to you
Dad, don't look at my phone.
to make sure that this
I can look at it. I know what he's
Yeah.
texting you.
No, it's my secrets. But I will bring out your bag and be like, hey, yeah, packed it up for you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'll bring yours. Because you said yours was in there.
Yeah.
Yep, here you go.
Thanks, Bree.
Welcome. I didn't touch it. Yours is already packed.
Yeah, I was like,
He's the messy one.
Yeah, I didn't have anything that was really out.
Yeah, we
out,
just
so
pack stuff up.
other
Yeah.
than probably just like clothes or whatever. Fucking, I don't know, whatever I may have had out for them. But. I have my essentials. I've got my book. I've got my knives. I've got my talisman.
ever.
Before or from here on?
That's what I had to clarify. Okay, so you guys packed up all your knives, all your stuff,
Yes.
bringing a bag out.
How's that out?
Okay, so all your guys' gear, respectfully, is
We're all packed. So how are we getting to shore? Are we
Yeah.
swimming or is there like a dinghy?
so they've pulled in close. They haven't like beached the boat, but it's like close, and they're like, hey, you know, we can get the dinghy out and like, but you're not gonna be able to get all the way. You're gonna get wet anyway. We can lower
Gotta
you
get
down here.
wet.
It's not a port.
Okay. Let's go.
All right.
All right, so you guys are like lowered down. They lower you in the dinghy. It's up to you guys if you guys want to take the dinghy or not. If you do, Zorda will come with you and then bring the dinghy back. But it's like a shallow, almost like a sandbar, like underneath the water. So like you guys can walk it. Even Bree can walk it. You know.
So it's like ankle.
It's not very deep. Water. It's
Yeah,
like a foot
it's
deep.
probably like knee.
Yeah, a foot.
So it's
foot and a
probably
half.
like my chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Do you guys are we walking it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good to me.
So I have all my stuff and I'm...
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's like,
I need to get shoes of water walking. Okay.
That'd be so sick. Just turn into Jesus.
I am kind of surprised she's not like. It's worth the teleport arrow, right?
Imagine never having issues crossing rivers again.
Wow!
But the magic would
Deep
stop.
cut.
I'd sink halfway through.
Deep cut.
Sorry.
But
Hello.
so you guys, everybody, go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me.
Acrobat. Guys, I should take it.
I have my mariner's armor. Is it advantage?
I got a nat 1.
Nat 1. Okay.
10.
10. Uh-oh. I'm more worried about you getting a 10 than him getting a nat 1, to be honest with you.
17.
7. Okay.
Athletics, dirty 20.
Okay.
We suck.
So, God, nat 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ironically enough, the person that's probably spent the most time on a boat most recently, if anybody has been on, like, a sea boat, you know that when you, like, spend a lot of time on there and then touch back onto land, you still have your sea legs.
Yep.
So you, like, think that you're still on a boat and, like, your equilibrium's all jacked up. So the two of you fall in the water. So you were wet.
I probably saw Al fall and I like went to try to grab
him and you just was like, yeah. So you guys are both wet. But it's not like, it's not the warmest water in the world. It's definitely not a bathhouse, but it's not the coldest. You're wet just because you're
I'm
short.
sweat.
And you are like, Like, you just bag over the shoulder, like, come on. Like,
Just par for the course. Come on, guys.
I'll try harder.
We'll do better.
so,
Keep going.
so,
It's
yeah.
hard to keep going.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So, So it takes you a little bit, but you guys are. It's easy enough to make it to shore. It's
Yeah.
not. This is more. That was more just flavoring.
Yeah.
But there's some slight, some like soft crashing of waves is like the tide, or but it's not like huge rollers or anything like that. You're able to make it to shore, which is just like a really nice kind of sandy beach. And then the kind of the description of the place. The place where the ship drops you is a relatively small beach, maybe only 150 yards wide. A large sea arch juts out on the water to your left, revealing a much larger rocky beach further down. Off to the right, large slabs of blackened stone rest smoothly, smoothened by the constant battering of waves. The beach is met with cliff faces off to the left and kind of tapers off, meeting a grassy embankment to the right. Excuse me. A small little footpath has been made with gentle climbing holds and things like that, then grass embankments while gaining the elevation, eventually disappearing around a mound of rocks and earth. Seagulls and other coastal birds can be seen riding the breeze that is coming off the ocean. The ground is, after like the sand that you see, if it's not covered by grass, has like blackened rock, and then there's tufts of grass that are like occasionally placed, occasionally being interrupted by a medium-sized bush that supports little round seed pods on the end of them, and then small Townsend chipmunks can be seen darting from bush to bush. So that's the description of the beach.
Okay.
If anyone's seen Almost Heroes, I'm just imagining the last scene on the beach where they're trying to get down the cliffside. That's all that's going through my head right now.
No, haven't seen that. You're
I
alone on
can't.
this one.
Yeah, sorry.
You're really missing out.
Do we want to camp here? I mean, I know it's like what 5, 6 p.m.
I'm fine with that.
I feel like it'd be better to camp where we can see shit rather than in the middle of the woods.
I'm
Should-
fine with that. Just gotta
Yeah.
make sure we're above the tide line.
Let's just go up a little bit.
Yeah.
All good.
Okay.
So as you guys kind of follow that pathway up, you crest a few rolling hills. Stopping wherever you guys want to if you want to be on the coast. The wind up high is a little bit higher or a little bit more intense than it was on the down below, just because the bluff was creating some sort of protection there. But it's not terribly bad, and it does kind of create a nice, healthy breeze, which, ironically enough, kind of is a little chilly to those that are wet, but it is helping dry at the same time.
It's so gross.
So the appearance of large black mountains tower into the sky, forming the rocky highlands. The tops of many of these mountains are covered with clouds that seem to protect these ancient peaks from wandering eyes. And as you guys kind of set up camp, you notice that the ground, although producing various grasses, appears almost scorched in some way. Not recently, but long ago, in a time where mere mortals couldn't have been present. The wind has an essence of like stillness, almost, if it can. Even with the presence of wind, causing the grasses to rub against each other and creating kind of a sound.
So we are in the hills right now, the Grey Hills, or we're like at the foothills of the Grey Hills.
Yeah. So if I was to like use this map, okay. So the boat drops you off,
Yep.
here. You guys just come up over the ridge, and there's like a cliff face, obviously, that you climb, and then it kind of turns into kind of like a grassy, rocky
Yep.
area. That's where you are. If you want to walk a little bit
Yeah.
further, you guys definitely can. If not, no big deal.
We've talked about like markers wise, like we are in effectively. just the outskirts of the Hills of the Grey.
That is correct. Yep,
Okay.
yep. I mean, I would, for just easeability, I would even say that you're in like the area that would be considered that, but you haven't really like pushed into the land yet.
Yep, 100%. Just make sure I'm landmarking.
Yeah. No, of course.
Okay. So, guys, are we thinking this is where we want to stay? Do we want to go any further?
I'm fine with staying for coming.
I don't know. I would feel more comfortable being able to see things come at us from farther than be in the middle of the forest and have things be able to sneak up on us.
I agree. I wouldn't be opposed to traveling until either nightfall or we get sight of the forest, just to give us a little.
But I mean, at the same time, if we
The forest is a minute.
It's
We can see it.
1 minute or
No, like it's going to be like a day journey to get to.
But I
like,
mean, if we can't,
maybe not a full day, but like it's
Yep.
not
We're not in the forest.
correct.
if we camp here and go to.
I mean, this is
bed
a
early,
huge
we get
world
an early
map,
start.
and you're
That's what
looking
I'm
at
thinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're like here-ish.
like on the coast. From everything we've just described, you're like
Yeah.
on the coast.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys mind going towards the trees and then just settling at night?
I actually want to talk to you guys about something. I talked with somebody. I really meta-me-strating when I talked to somebody about this dream I had about the mountain stuff. Insofar
Who's
as was it Kelrick?
It was one of the
Just
people.
recently, today.
Not today. In a previous session.
Oh,
in
never
a
mind.
previous session, not today. I clarified with
Sorry.
Kelrick today what it was, but in the session we did a month ago, I forget I talked with somebody else about
Got
it.
it. Okay, sorry.
So for sake of clarity, I forget who it was I talked with about this. I had a dream about this spire, mountainous spire up into the mountains, and confirmed with Kelrick today. I think it's the Rocky Highlands, but it came to me in a dream, and I saw this stairway, just like leading up into what felt like the sky, up into the area you couldn't see anything, but I feel like it's here. I feel like it's here. Somewhere in this area where the Hills of the Grey meet the Rocky Highlands is that staircase. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to find it? Is that what you're asking?
Jared gave us a 10-day limit.
Jared gave us a 10-day approximation.
Yep.
I think that I
What
need
exactly
to try
was
to
it
find
that you relayed to them? Did you say 10 days?
No clue.
I just don't know
You
how
did.
to find it. I don't
Words
know.
came out of my mouth.
That,
wonder-
that
Yeah.
is true.
We are
Probably 10 days ish.
the closest that we are to that kind of thing.
I am all for finding ways for you to follow and whatever this is with you and your goddess.
Let me back up and find my.
So I've been all for that since day one.
So this is perfect. The DM's gonna interject here because it just shows how good I am. No, this just shows that like hopefully
I
I'm
know how
on
to
the
make
same.
up shit on the spot.
You know when you're doing that, that's Drew. I thought your thing was hitting, and I was like, how the heck?
No,
I've been
I just
practicing
I'm,
all night.
I'm highlighting words I'm reading actually.
But Al,
Yes.
there is a special description for you.
Very cool.
Yeah. So as you look towards the heavens, the feeling of connection, purpose, feeling of belonging finds you. This feeling is foreign to you, as are feelings in general. However, an odd understanding begins to form in your mind of this particular feeling. It is important to note that although you are not familiar with the place, you feel a gentle tug calling you from the very tips of the mountains off in the distance. You swear you can almost hear your name being carried down from the peaks, gliding on the winds to reach your ears, the breeze ruffling your feathers, and all three of you, even without making perception checks, can notice that like you've been around Al and Wind before, where he kind of is like you've seen birds that are like shake it off, but it's like puffing him up in like almost not a menacing way, but like.
He would be 2 inches taller even without his hat.
Very yes. In that
That's
description
awesome.
is exactly the type of like
Yeah.
vibrato that he is
Yeah.
receiving from this.
His height grew 2 inches.
He is the Grinch.
Yeah, I mean, quintessentially, that's kind of like the same kind of feeling I imagine Al gets, like, hearing, like, the chant of, like, the talisman in his head. Like, that is literally kind of, like, the moment I imagine. Like,
Yes, and with this breeze ruffling your feathers, you gave oh my gosh, you gain the complete understanding of feeling for the first time. Like you know this feeling now. You know this there. You don't know what, but you know this is the feeling that you've been chasing. You understand that it is. Does that make sense?
yeah, it wants, like, desire.
Like this is right. And before
Yeah.
you felt this, but you didn't know what it was.
Right.
And this is like the turning point of like I'm understanding feeling now.
Yeah, like, I can focus on this.
Yeah.
This is something that is...
Exactly. Yeah. So so the breeze seems to guide your head further upward and to the side, bringing into view the large ivory full moon that seems to be kind of cresting. Although it's still daylight, it's been raised a little bit, and even in the daytime, although it is now transitioning a little bit into the evening, it is growing in this sense. Without a change, you identify the presence of your patron looking down upon you through this. You sit in the moment in a comfortable sense of overwhelming meaning before you just as quickly feeling is carried off in the expansive rolling of the hills in this magical place. So that is kind of what you sit in as you're expressing the group, and it almost like overtakes you.
Yeah, I imagine kind of like the way this goes is like I would kind of get off the boat, we're like kind of like making camp or whatever, right? And Al kind of starts into this explanation before he really gets everything, I suppose. And as he's talking, he's like it's up there, and it's and just like trails off.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly. Yeah. And you guys all see just like a gust of wind, which to you guys is like there's been wind all the time. The stillness of this area is still, it's almost like eerie to you, but when you look at Al, there is this sense of like odd comfort in the sense that he's so comfortable here. You know, it's I don't know if anybody's been like scared, but been around somebody who's just like, nope, we're gonna be fine, and just have that determined understanding that it's going to, and it puts you at ease. It's the exact feeling that you are all able to gain from Al's understanding of feeling that has just happened. So, sorry.
I know that we have a time limit. I've got to go.
Yep.
If you guys need to go to town, I'll meet you there.
No, we're coming with you.
I've got to go. I've
We're
got to
coming-
find this place.
I'm coming with you. At least.
Well, I'm not leaving you guys behind.
Bree, you down?
I mean, I guess.
What if
I
we
just
we can start all the way there? You guys want to set up a camp?
So you're gonna go and come back?
this isn't gonna require a hard sell, Al. I just need to know like what's going on. Why are we?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew what to say. I didn't bring him anything sooner than now because before this it was a dream of a mountain. But when Kelrick today was telling us about the fact that we were going to pass these mountains, that we knew that this is where it would be. I showed him a picture of my dream, and he agreed with me that that is exactly what they look like. That'd be, and being here and now, I don't know what to tell you other than I can feel that draw.
Sorry, is that draw still Hilda?
No. Confidently no. In the same sense of... I know the difference between the feeling I felt in the bazaar when I first picked up the talisman and the feeling of the being that reaches out to me now after we've signed the contract with Hilda.
Well,
Hilda
it's-
doesn't have the kind of power that this kind of communication would take.
it's definitely going to be more difficult. But if we change our routes instead of through the forest, through the mountains,
Maybe.
it might only add a day to it. Maybe.
I'm not sure how this will go. I'm not sure if it's an up and over. I'm not sure if it's a one-way up and a one-way back. I'm not sure if this is gonna be something like that graveyard, where it's a one-way up and then boom, we're back at the start. wish I knew more, but
Well, from my understanding kind of what's happening, I think we can keep going west, and that puts us closer to both destinations. And if we feel a particular pull that deviates from the path, we can decide there.
So, like,
Yeah.
aim for here.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
this a poll that's like you have to go find this right now and you're not gonna stop till you find it, or is this
So-
like a I just want to head that way?
Like, I think we're...
do you ever get the idea that you're doing something right?
This is hard to see,
No.
but I think Strongbank...
No, not really.
Oh, here.
I
I
think
can zoom out.
Strongbank is
Me
right
neither.
here, right?
Yeah, me neither.
I mean,
But this,
This is harder to
this-
see.
never ever ever
harder to
have I
see?
ever pretended to
I
understand.
is Strongbank right here?
Yeah, here.
That
I can,
something
I'll
is
pull up
right or
another map
wrong.
that'll show you.
And a lot of the Raven Queen
It's just
is
kind of
exactly
meshing
that.
together
Of there
right,
isn't
so-
really a right or a
yeah.
wrong.
No, I have a different version.
But without a doubt, I know that this is something I need to do.
Do you
In the
have-
same sense that this talisman is something that I needed to have. That this was meant for me. I'm meant to walk that path.
I'm all for saying, fuck it, let's go to the mountains.
I just wish I knew exactly where
Let's
it was
be
at.
about-
I guess
people.
my question is you're feeling this draw, and the closer we get to it, the stronger it'll get. So if we get there
I don't know.
and it's after, are you just gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna go, and I don't care that it's 2 a.m. I'm
I don't
finding
know.
this thing.
I wish I could tell you that answer.
Ow.
Okay, that helps. Alright, so where we landed about here,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and what do you say, we're maybe right here now?
No,
Not
we're,
even.
we're still right
We're
on
still,
the
like,
Okay.
right here.
Yeah, we're still like
What
right.
if we aim
Okay.
for, like, this area?
Yeah, can you point where it's pulling you? Like which direction?
Yeah.
Just
It's just the tops
Yeah.
of the.
Yeah,
It's
nothing on my dream indicated anything about an area or anything of that kind of sort.
So this thing that you're feeling the draw, it could be anywhere in these mountains.
Yeah, and there is a stairwell up into those mountains.
here's my idea. We walk to the farthest this way that we can. If we walk along the mountains, if we don't see the stairwell, we can even walk into the mountains a little bit. If we don't see the stairwell, we go to Strongbank, we save your soul because then there'll be a lot better chance of it
Yeah.
pulling you up.
Yeah,
And we might be able to
Get
find
information
information on it.
about where
And-
a stairwell is.
and to your question, Bria, does this need to happen right now? I don't know. I don't.
I'm
I don't
not questioning, like, that's fine, like, we can walk, I'm just wondering, like, are we, I guess you're right, you don't know, so it's hard to,
It might be easier to go to Strongbank, but then we have to come back.
yeah, but it sounds
I-
like we'd have to come back anyway.
Well, but it also said if we ask for
An airship.
insert King's name here,
Yeah, it said it has ways of getting expedited, that doesn't mean us.
we
I think
have
they're
to.
trying
Oh,
to-
oh, it also doesn't mean it has to be immediately. We can be like, hey, when you're ready, come
Yeah, but it could just be like, here's
Expedite.
the potion,
put
the
it in
cure, See ya.
airmail.
I think the ways we're talking about leaving the city were mostly either airship or boat. Either way would kind of bypass where we're at right now.
But unless we make a choice not to.
Right,
Yeah.
and unless we intentionally make a point to come back here, it is the only reason to bring up now is very much that, right? Like we are here, and very specifically, this kind of like leads from these hills into the mountains. So it's not that this is this. The staircase is somewhere here. It's in this junction. It's in this area where these mountains meet these hills.
Since your dad can't do
Would it
that.
make you? I'm.
I hope that as we get closer, I will know where it's
You'll
at.
know about more. I vote we just start walking towards the mountains then.
So I'm fine, and I hear that. I'm fine to, like, let's go this way, but then start taking the most direct path. Like, I don't want to get to the mountains and then be like, let's search the whole area.
We don't even know if there's a path through the mountains.
That's very true.
Yeah,
But
so
I mean,
maybe when we get closer to the mountains, we can figure out if there's a pull in a specific direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if there's-
otherwise I don't know.
If
'cause
there's not, Al, are you okay with us promising to come back? Like immediately after Strongbank? No Hello Woods, no Grassy Knoll. This is first.
Out of game real quick. Does Jared dad know we have plans to go to the Hallowoods?
Probably not.
Did Jared? Well, oh, that's up to you.
I that might be a memory that's kind of blocked.
Yeah.
So all right, yeah.
I don't know.
I
I think so, but I'm
You have done so much for us, Al. I'm willing to do anything for you. But I need to make sure
What?
Yeah, of the.
I don't want to say this isn't a priority because it very well could be. But I want to make sure that your soul is safe, and I want to make sure that Ella's soul is safe.
Me too. I don't want us to be out here looking for something that we can't find. Maybe I'm not ready to find it.
So let's go in the direction of both of our goals, and if there is something that says that we should go one direction over the other, then
Maybe we should camp here. Maybe tonight.
Maybe you'll have another dream.
Right. That's my hope. The Kelrick said that the veil is thin in the woods. Maybe the veil is thin here.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get some kind of more whatever. I absolutely plan on trying to. After the last couple of days, every night I try to talk with the Raven Queen, but especially after the last few days, if there's any time that I could hope to get any kind of guidance, hopefully now is the time.
So should we make our way until nightfall as close as we can to the mountains and the forest?
Yeah, we can start heading to like the middle.
Wherever you guys are comfortable setting up camp.
I would go like this way. My thought is the earlier we go to bed, the earlier start we get. We don't
Right.
have to go till dark.
No, we don't. We just need to find an area that we're comfortable with being defensible and isn't out of the way. Sounds like our goals, right? Like, because we're worried about being able to see the stuff or wherever we're at for the night, and not being out of our way for where we pick up journey tomorrow.
Yeah.
So as long as we don't even need to go any further than where we're at right now, if we feel like we're fine. Like I don't know where we're at, so I don't know that we'll find a safer area further.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm good to camp here. Maybe you'll have a dream. If not, we head towards the in-between.
My only concern is...
Yes.
You shake your head
I didn't. I just inhaled.
I mean, in 8 hours, is it going to be dark?
In 8 hours?
Well, it'll be
100%.
12 hours.
Okay, so
We
Went to
landed
sleep at
around
12.
5 is when we got to shore. It was 5 p.m. So it should be dark in like an hour or two.
2 to 3 is when you guys landed. It was going to be dark, and with all of this, and you guys having,
Yeah. So
you're
I
probably
think
looking at
if-
about an hour and a half.
Because
Yeah.
all rests are 12 hours.
Yeah.
It'll be like, what, 6 a.m., 7 a.m.? That's a great time to get
Yep.
Okay.
bebopping our asses out of here.
No, you're right. I forgot. We have to do 12 hours.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, if,
We're gonna sleep on it.
yeah, we'll sleep on it.
Sleep on it. If you don't dream, we head towards the in-between. If you do dream and it's like, oh, fuck, that's on the opposite end of the entire peninsula, then we put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll take first watch while they're still light out.
Okay. I'll take second, then second and third.
Okay.
You guys will wake up.
Yeah, for the
Mhm.
last
For the-
bit. Yeah, last bit.
Sure.
So as you guys are having this discussion, the sun begins to set. As you ascertain that there are probably only a couple hours of light left, obviously, while you guys are having this, before the blackened skies meet you. As you progress further inland, you guys catch the Thistle beginning to journey back towards Strongbank. The light cloud cover that loomed over you for most of the day seems to have retreated up into the rocky highlands, producing, and again, you've seen that moon, but you're also starting to see some of those stars that you guys have been
Yeah.
picking up on. This allows for a more bright moon to be illuminating the landscape, rendering external light unnecessary. It's extremely bright.
That's cool.
Nice.
The air does drop in temperature. First, you need to kind of pull your cloaks tighter a bit. I don't know if anybody's like spent any time in the mountains, but like on starry skies, it typically is actually way colder
Yeah.
because you don't have the like cloud cover to keep the heat in. So, but it is light and bright, and there's a slight breeze, and I do mean slight, just enough to kind of rustle the grasses and things like that. But not enough to like blow you over or like become maybe uncomfortable. The temp does become to get a little bit cold, but that is neither here nor there. So as you guys are having this discussion, obviously the night is starting to creep up on you guys. So
All right. So I mean, as far as like camp preparations, like we're in an open area, like so they like open on all four sides type deal here.
yeah, so
How long does your bonfire last?
Not long. It's not like
A minute.
yeah. I think it's a minute, and it is.
Oh,
once a minute.
so
I
the
can start a fire with it, which is what we've done in the past, but the
Yeah.
bonfire itself only lasts a minute.
so yeah, so the full landscape of what you're at current
I can also
Is
instantly
these-
light a campfire.
is these large like rolling grassy hills. That's very similar to like that of like
How's that gonna dry your clothes?
like Ireland or like kind of like the Highlands, if you
Yeah.
will, of like that like Scotland and that type of stuff is kind of the like hills that you're seeing. Except
Yeah.
like when you picture that, it's like green grasses. This is very gray and like it's very like I said, like the ground is almost scorched with some like ancient like reason for that. Not quite sure what particularly that was. I don't think anybody's super high in the history here, so
No.
I am expertise in history.
oh, we'll go ahead and make a history roll for me.
12.
12. So you remember something about kind of like the old gods and kind of your elven heritage, and this kind of area, as it has been said multiple times in this campaign, this is the youngest continent out of the 3 continents on this world, and it is the last continent where gods walk to the earth, so to speak. So this was kind of a last stand between like bad gods, good gods, and like the plains. And this particular area, because of like the blackened scorch marks, are known to that it's said to be from a god that's like swinging either a magical like sword or hammer and striking the earth as they were like doing battle.
That's fun.
So that's what you know of the area.
Yeah. I guess as we're kind of bedding down, then we make our campsite or whatever, right? Al kind of sets up his little sleeping roll, and I think he's kind of like puts a hand on the ground, tries to like really think about like this area in general.
Sure.
Like, thinking on the thing that would make an area closer to a god would be like recency of their impact, or like nearness to their faith. Right, or something like that.
Mhm.
If this place is totally devoid of faith, it is on the other end entirely, maybe one of the closest places where a god has ever walked. So if there is going to be a place where the veil between realms or planes is thin, this may be one of them. I'm just going to try to hold on to that image of like the Raven Queen like reaching out to me from like the clouds, mentally, if you will. Try to drift off with that.
Yeah, and just for everybody at the table, not to take us out of this, but anybody who doesn't know, because I know like Bree doesn't know a ton of like or Sarah specifically doesn't know a ton of like D&D lore. So let me drop that on you guys because you guys would know that for those that don't. So you have like the prime material plane, which would be like for us Earth. That's what this world is. And then you have, like, the Shadowfell and the Feywild are, like, the next two planes that kind of encapsulate the prime material plane. And they kind of are, like, one in the same, but very, very different. So, in this place we have, like, colors and lights and darks and grays. The Feywild, you will not jest, but, like, the colors are more vibrant and more, like, what you would say of like a rave type atmosphere. It's very like that's where you get a lot of like the elven kind and like that type of stuff. Elves were from the Feywild. It's a much more like quote unquote magical place that you think of. The Shadowfell is polar opposite. So completely devoid of color. And part of the reason it's called the Shadowfell is because it is black, gray, dark, gloomy area. And both of those planes are the closest to the material plane. So if you were to think of like skin, and you have like the outside, all of this would be like the Feywild, and you'd go one layer in, that's the prime material plane, and then you'd go back out again, the Shadowfell is also there. So they overlap and don't overlap at the same time. Does that make sense? You can't be in the Shadowfell and the Feywild at the same time, but they encompass the same, almost like dimensions is an easier way to put it. So just for those of you that don't understand like how the planes work, you have like these doors that you can like enter through, kind of passageways, and Magic the Gathering talks about this a little bit, called planewalkers, and there's people or demigod or whatever you want that like can traverse between them. Common folk can do that too, typically not common. Adventurer people can make those traverses and travels. It's not something that is a common occurrence, but there are places that make it easier. So from everything like Kelrick was talking about with the forest here, that seems to be like a thinner lining between the Feywild and the prime material plane. Everything that Al is feeling about this, and I don't mean to speak for you, is giving that same type of feeling of a thinner existence, or a boundary, if you will, between maybe the Shadowfell and this, or something.
Yeah.
Is just for those of you that didn't understand like the cosmology of what that is. So, sorry, I didn't mean to interject, but it did seem a little bit relevant.
Yeah, you're totally relevant.
So we could accidentally trip through a door that might be there and be in a different world?
I don't know that you'd trip through it. I think like so. I mean, you're saying a Studio Ghibli movie. Like
I've seen some.
what is okay? So like like a shrine, like a shrine in the forest. You know how they have like fey circles or whatever. You know, like they say like the Coraline, like the portal in the well or whatever, where like there's like the mushrooms on the ground. That means this well is enchanted or whatever, right? Like it is. It's not like it's some random place where you're walking through wherever and
So
you're
it
in
wouldn't
another
be
dimension.
like an invisible tear. It would be a specific
It
place.
can be.
Yeah.
What Drew's explaining, what Al is explaining, is exactly right. That there are there's ways to enter and exit. What you're describing is also a thing, but it's more of an accident. So it's not like,
Yeah, it would be a rarity.
you could fall into a hole, and that hole at the exact moment where there's a rift within, you can do that. It happens more in areas that are thinner, because the hole doesn't have to be as deep, so to speak.
So
Something weaker could make a hole.
I guess
Correct,
another question is, this shrine that can take you there, is the shrine in these woods because of the area, or can that shrine be anywhere?
I don't know if there is one.
Right, hypothetically.
Yeah.
But is that shrine, would it only
The
be in
shrine
the
would
woods
be-
because
It would be here because the barrier is thinner.
Okay,
Right?
it wouldn't just be on the other side of the world and be like, hey, made a portal right here.
If you think about it this way, if I'm going to put a door in a house, it makes sense for me to put a door on a thin wall, not a thick wall. Otherwise, I need to spend more material to make a thicker door.
So it is
And
possible, just harder?
Well, and the
Okay,
passage between that room with the thicker wall is larger.
Yeah, it's a longer, it is more step between, and in the case of traveling planes, that is much more difficult.
Okay.
So my comment to Barrett of in a thinner place, right? I mean, something weaker could open the door, right? Hypothetically, let's say it would take a god to open a door on the thick side of a plane, right? It might take a lesser deity to open a door, or maybe even if there's a shrine established, a casual person who knows the incantation.
It's like if I was designing a house, I'm going to put my kitchen pretty close to my garage because that makes it easier for me every time I bring groceries home. If I wanted, I could put my kitchen on a totally different floor. I could make, there are situations where it's harder to bring my groceries in.
Yeah.
But it's possible,
Here,
but it's dumb.
So this is called the Grand Wheel, or
I feel like you've sent this to me recently.
I have,
Probably.
because we were talking about
Gods
and
shit.
things like that. So and I'm very loosely using that. So there's going to be some adaptations that when you guys get to Strongbank and start looking at all the lineage and stuff, it'll change a little bit. But so you have the inner planes,
That's where the
which
stuff goes
is
if the bag's ripped.
the material plane,
That's
the
where the stuff is
Feywild,
right now.
and the Shadowfell.
Yep, it's like a sandwich.
Just rip it. Go there.
Nope.
Shortcut.
Okay, so you have the inner planes, the material, Shadowfell, and Feywild. Then you have the ethereal plane, which resembles like the elemental plane. So air, water, and this is all like building off of itself. So to Drew's
Like I was
point,
telling her, ethereal plane. That's where our stuff goes in the bag when you break it. And
yeah, but it can be scattered
To wherever.
To wherever.
Any edge of it could be the plane of fire. It could be in the middle of an ocean. It could be in the wherever, right? Like it could be anywhere in there.
and the ethereal plane also connects the inner planes to the planes of chaos. So there's, not to get over bogged in all of this, I will send a write up to everybody about all of this stuff because it can get a little bit like convoluted. But the planes don't overlap, but they touch.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they overlap in the sense that there's a door and it swings both ways, and so it can go one way or the other.
Yeah.
Things can go in or out. Typically, it's not being done on accident. Sometimes it does happen. So,
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. I'll shut up and sit back.
So I think we are pretty much ready to head to bed then. Or is there anything else that I can like try to help answer about anything about where we're trying to go? Because ultimately, from my understanding, I guess generally to your question, Jared, and otherwise, all I know is that this area, in the way that the Raven Queen tries to contact me all the time, every day, or that I'm able to contact her, right? She is able to contact me in a much more real way here. In the same way that at that bazaar, right, either her influence was stronger there or something about it augmented her ability to try to reach me. But it's very rare that in any time I've had this ability that so clearly I know what I need to be doing.
It's like if you have 5 bars versus 2 bars on your cell phone. The connection's clear.
And to that extent, I mean, to all of you, like, my question about how do you know what you're doing is right, or do you ever feel like what you're doing is the right thing to do? Never in my life have I felt like what I'm doing is right. But I do know that what's at the top of those stairs will help, however it may be. And not to convince any of you more so than, like you said, already may need to be. But what's the phrase? I'm trusting my gut.
I'm so glad you have a gut to trust. 'Cause that's new. You haven't.
I think the other word is faith.
That is definitely something that I've read a bit more about and I've been trying to have more of. So if this is
I
that, then
feel like you have a lot of faith.
I sometimes yes and sometimes no.
I think it's the concept of faith that Al struggles with. Understanding what that is. Not to overstep.
Yeah, I think that everything I do is
Well,
something-
God is clearly intervening, so you've got to
You
have faith.
gotta have some faith there.
in moments like this. These are the times when I absolutely would love, or I try to. If not for me, for her, for all of you, but no, I appreciate it and thank you. But truly, all I ever do is the things that I have seen me do anything. If I had never seen any of you do any of the brave things that any of you have done, I don't know that I would know how to handle any of this, honestly. Yeah. I learn more from all of you every day. How to handle any of this, and even in things that you guys aren't experiencing, you still help me learn how to handle. And I appreciate that. So thank you.
So, camping here, hitting the road early, heading towards the in-between mountains and forest. Unless you wake up and you say, God gave me Google Maps.
Yeah.
And then
So
we
you
will
get the cheat
Google
codes.
Maps our way there. But if not, then I think we head to the in-between. If we don't see anything in the mountains along the way there, we put a pin in it, and we come back.
So sometimes my brain finishes sentences mid-sentence or even mid-word. So when you're like, and then if God gives you Google, I'm like, googly eyes, googly eyes, googly eyes.
Al wakes up and he's just kind of like, hi guys.
I know what I'm doing, guys.
I know where to go!
Just, guys, I know where to go.
Al suddenly has the ability to know where we're going, but can only look in circles while doing it.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
chameleons!
We're going over there. Yeah.
Oh God.
Sounds like a shadow fake. Shadow.
Googly maps.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
So, I'm going to go to bed.
You get first watch.
So, go
All
ahead
right,
and
you got
roll.
this, Bree.
Right.
And while you're rolling,
Okay.
Al,
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
so Rest finds you well, dreaming about gliding alongside something, not quite knowing what or who, but you know that it is who or what you have been conversing with.
Yeah.
When you wake up, you feel completely recharged and inspired. So no points of exhaustion. Completely back to like fully.
Cool.
You can also mark down that you have 1 point of inspiration for today's journey.
Sweet.
So, all right. I just wanted to get that before I forgot. So, Bree, what did you roll?
Is perception, right?
That is correct.
Oh, that was a 20.
Shit, I did good.
13.
So you, as long as you can, follow the thistle as it crests off into the sea. You're able to watch it for a long while because it's so clear.
Is that the name of the ship and I didn't know it?
Yeah, it's been dropped numerous times.
Yeah.
Now, when you said the thistle, and I've only really started paying attention to it since we got on land, so I'm like, okay, there's thistle here.
That's exact. I was like, I'm
The boat.
watching.
Remember,
some
there's the
freaking
whole
leaf.
rose line
Yeah.
and the whole
The rose thistles.
or like thistle, whatever. Okay,
Yeah, I
yes,
got it.
it is the
Yeah,
name of it.
yeah.
I knew it was the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew.
Nope. It makes
Um,
sense.
But you're
nope.
able to watch it cruise off into the distance for a
Oh.
long while, till it eventually drifts out of view. The moon, even to you, seems really, really bright. And this isn't like I described it when I was talking to Al, but it is just illuminating everything. And you get this sense of like, it's a great climbing book called Into the Void. And I'm using the word void here, not necessarily referencing the book, but like to you, looking up at this ginormous mountains and just clouds drifting off into nothingness gives you a sense of almost uneasiness in the sense that you are so small in a place that's so vast and so large. And the space is almost uncomparable. Like, you're unable to comprehend whatever made this or like exists up there. And you're not even sure if it's something that you are able to fathom in your mind.
And she's presumably not even smoking.
No,
Wow.
No.
I'm
You
on watch.
you do get the sense of like a stillness in the air and almost in the same way of like uneasiness and kind of like an unnerving feeling, but like a calm.
I was gonna say this sounds like the coolest place to camp.
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful, but in silence there is like
Uneasiness.
Yeah.
but at the same time it's beauty
Yeah,
too,
it's like-
and it's silent but not. You do hear like so it gives you almost like that like white noise behind just in the background
The
that you're
ocean
able.
and the grasses.
Yeah, and it's clean air. You're getting part of the smell of like the sea, but at the same time you're getting what feels to you like cold air that's coming off of the mountain. It's like I'm getting goosebumps. Like it is quintessentially like a wasteland of gray while still being warm in an emotional sense.
Right.
It is chilly. Pull your cloak tight. I don't think you guys had stuff to make a fire, did you?
Not any like kindling or unless someone had a kit.
I have druidcraft so I can light a small campfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to have the equipment.
I can go.
Got
There's no fire.
There's no like
You gotta scrounge.
driftwood
You gotta
anywhere
scrounge
or
like
anything?
firewood and shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys can if you want to. That's why I was just asking.
Well,
If
we
you
did.
yeah. So
We didn't otherwise.
it
Yeah.
also isn't super necessary in the sense of light. Now, it would definitely be helpful to have some heat, but you're able to make do.
Yeah.
Your watch goes without a worry. Who is taking the next watch?
Me.
Miss Tinker. Go ahead and roll. Or is
Um,
there any exchange that you guys want to...
Nothing happened.
There's something I want to do on my watch though.
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Oh my god! Perception? 22.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
Why don't you start by telling me what you want to do?
I am going to just go back. I'm determined to find this freaking journal.
Dude, we cannot let it die. We will find this book.
Because if Jared comes back, he needs something to like ground him in who he is. So I'm gonna kind of step away from the group, not very far, but just far enough. I'm going to reach into the bag of holding, flip it inside out.
Isn't there like a fuck ton of shit in there?
There is.
Yeah.
Heads stepping away from everyone else. Because I know that there's 4 things of dwarven armor. There's a shitload of stuff in it. Yeah, so heads stepping away from everyone. And
Okay.
I'm going to pull it inside out. I have a screenshot of what the bag of holding can do.
Yeah.
And it says, if the bag is turned inside out, its contents spills forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again.
Correct.
So it doesn't break the bag.
I just imagined that lady that we put in there the one time, just like,
Shit! Just in this peaceful. Fuck!
no, and this
We
one-
done goofed, guys!
Bags her out to the ocean like, no one has to know.
You just
Yeah.
got done like describing
She
this
is
peaceful
dumping-
place. Tinker's like, here's all my shit.
so much armor, so much
Oh, do you wanna
valuables,
know?
paintings all over the beach.
Yes, but go ahead and roll a
Boy,
perception check with disadvantage for something completely unrelated.
that's so funny. Pack out what you pack in.
6.
All right, so you dump out all of the contents. Would you like to start reading, and I'll tell you what or if you see something?
Learn to think for yourself is the first thing. I have a mandible and a claw from a cave bug. I have 2 bear traps.
Mandible.
I have 2 bear traps.
Manacle?
Yeah,
Mandible.
Oh, okay.
A jaw.
Yes.
From
bear
what?
traps.
I don't know.
Bugbear?
From a cave bug.
A cave bug.
That's what I wrote.
Oh, the Umber Hulk?
Yeah.
The Umber Hulk, understand.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, they're massive.
that thing
Yeah.
fucked her up.
Yeah.
They're not small.
Switch got a bug jaw.
And a claw.
They do
Uh,
look like bugs,
I
but
have-
they are big.
I have 2 bear traps. I have an unenchanted flutter scope. I have a rock from Meadow Shore, which is highlighted, by the way.
Crazy.
Yep, that's important.
I have 3 sets of dwarven armor, 4 battle axes, down to 1 ruby worth 50 gold pieces. I have 2 sapphires. I have rose-hued, like a rose hue, liquid vial, which is a filter of love. Maybe Bree's just been duplicating that. I have 30 owl feathers. I have a few human bones. I have 2 rubies. I have some
Wait.
soul crystals from.
You
the
have a
orphan-
filter. I have that noted. Did I give that to you and not take it out
Yes.
of my inventory?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
So take it out.
Yeah, I will.
I have soul crystals. I have a bouquet of blue flowers from Owl. I have 4 large snake skins. I have 1 medium snake skin. I have 4 constrictor teeth, each worth 5 silver to a gold.
Nice.
I just love having to have her read all of these.
That's a lot
have-
of shit, man.
Yeah.
I have the box for the contract. I have the
That is not
contracts.
in there.
What?
Doesn't seem to be in there.
I move on. Where's the box?
Go ahead. Keep going. I'll tell you. Oh, I won't tell you, but
I have the contracts. I have a vial of yuan tea poison. I have a really nice yuan tea scimitar. I have a collector's guild token, partial membership, and then I have the letter of recommendation from Huraz.
In that giant pile of shit you're looking for, a single
I'm
notebook.
putting things back in one by one.
so also
Also, I have both the letters. Her is the leader of the guild.
Mhm.
I have both the letters. In,
Okay,
So
okay.
I know I have them both on my stuff. I just assume I've got them tucked away. So. I
So
will-
also, everybody go ahead and roll a perception check
Wait, so-
because you're not you because you're dumping this out and
Would
this
it
is
be
loud.
passive?
While they're sleeping?
Is it a stealth check or?
Well, you're not.
There's
you're
no way she's
turning this
stealthing
inside
that.
out, so it's loud. So this
Sure.
is to see if you guys are waking up.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
so
might.
perception.
Yeah. And the
I
only reason
slept
it's not...
through it.
Okay.
Thank God.
I did not.
25.
You definitely wake up.
Yeah, I got a 19.
8.
You know, Al, I will give you the option, because you are almost in a trance-like dream state presently.
You're
If you
taking it
want
from
to
a
be
god
pulled
dream.
from this, or if, like, and this is how I describe it to you. You are floating with
Yeah.
something.
And you hear someone
And
that
you
says,
hear, like, you know when you're like, you can kind of
Just
come
looks
out of
like
like REM,
voice.
but then like,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Goes back
That's
to his
the,
line.
you have the option here.
Yeah, I would say unless someone is like shaking me, like that, like like
Yeah.
the kick of like being moved when you're like that. That would be the thing of like I'm being woken up here. I'm not. I don't want to wake up here.
Okay. And then you have had a very tough couple of days, G, and you're just like, screw it. And you're sleeping through this. Bree, you are like,
I probably didn't even get into REM before you were like,
yeah, and you're
Hey, good guard change.
what?
so you wake up
I'm
to
probably
Tinker
like
just
50. I'm probably like 50-ish feet away.
it's
What?
yeah, it's bright.
Bright moon.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I still am a.
Sleep
I
at
don't
night.
have dark vision,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not able to make out detail, but you're able to see.
Yeah. and I'm gonna be like.
A silhouette of an elf next to a mountain of
What the fuck is?
And
But
it's
I'm
a
gonna walk-
wild mess.
I'm gonna walk over and be like, "What are you doing?
The box is gone.
What?
I was looking for Jared's journal. That's the box is gone.
What? Wait,
The box is gone.
what?
Oh my God.
I know. I hear you.
I don't know where it is.
The what was not because I didn't comprehend.
I haven't touched it. I put it in bag and now it's gone.
So did you inventorize everything, and before putting it back and realize the box is gone, or upon everything falling out, you're like,
Probably
I didn't
as
see a box.
Probably as I'm putting shit away. I probably also have a list of shit.
Yeah, so you know it's in the bag.
Yeah, so you can remember. So what? What? Did you find? Okay.
Did I find his journal?
Mhm.
Gimme!
You did! I told you it was in the bag of holding! Ha!
So the thing is,
Yeah.
you have to envision it, and she's
I've never seen
seen
him writing it.
Only
What the
you have seen
Yeah.
it once.
So that's what we talked about
yeah, that's why I
outside,
was like,
and that's
okay,
why, and we couldn't do that at the
That
table because then
makes
it would have just
so
been like,
much
oh well, then
sense.
I'll go get it, and
Yeah.
so we had to figure out
Yeah,
a way
no,
to like
that's totally fair.
definitely
Makes
not trying to
sense.
like
Yeah.
not do that.
I'm not grabbing this.
I literally just texted him while you did that, like, well, she sees it obviously if they go through it like that.
I'm not like pulling that. I'm focusing on this.
Yeah,
right
I'm just
now.
you
Yeah.
do
No, but that's
see
fine,
the
but,
journal
like-
now.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to ask. Like,
So-
did she just like jump everything? Where's the box?
No, as I
Yeah.
put shit away. I don't know. That's something we can address with everyone else in the morning. You need to go back. You need your sleep.
Okay, no, yes,
She's
I
like-
do. You are correct. But
You're a Looney Tune.
we also, I'm just as invested in this as you are, and that one's fast asleep.
Can we
I'm
read the
invested
journal?
in all of this.
I don't know if I want to read it.
I'll read it for you.
That's not the
like, I'll
point.
fucking read it.
I don't have a problem.
I don't tell you shit.
Fuck
I
you,
could just read it.
No, I just think that.
Oh.
Whoa.
Look at
The moon.
Whoa.
Ow.
That's so right. I just think that when Jared is back, he's gonna have a lot to process, and I think that there are things that
Oh God, what the heck?
are good for Jared to keep secret.
There's good things that good for Jared. What do you mean?
I think
In
that
his
I
journal.
think that it's not fair for us to just
Explain.
totally go through. We've already gone through his entire delusional life. I don't think it's right for us to go through his entire real
You
life.
went through so much to find the
Yeah.
journal, and then you find it, and you're like,
I don't
Oh,
want to
never
read it.
I wanted to make
it.
sure that it existed.
That's true.
I
That's
just
Am
want to-
I crazy?
I
Yeah.
have questions because clearly in his manic state, this was brought back and put, or he
Or
snuck
he
it
put
in
it
there.
in there because he was like, one day when I'm dead, they'll read this.
I don't know.
I just
There's a
gotta
reason.
say, man, kudos to you for having the self-control to be like, we obsessed about this book for episodes, and now it just, you know what? I know it exists. I don't even need to
But
know.
okay, now we know it's here. If we need it, we can get it again. At least we know it's not in Nicholas's house or
That's
in
true.
the bottom of
You
the
do
lake.
have access to it.
Let's
I
just,
don't know if I have as. You have a lot more willpower than I do.
hence me keeping the bag.
Oh, I didn't
there
say
are
that.
So
I'm
many
just
reasons.
let me read the first
Jared
page.
wants to rip it in half. You want to go through people's shit. Understandable from you, though. It's.
Stand up, honestly.
No,
Let me just read the first page.
you're gonna flip through it. Listen,
That was a
no,
shrink.
now is not the time.
Why?
Because it is the middle of the night. The
So,
longer you're awake.
I'm sorry. Now's not the time. You're over here dumping the bag out.
You are way too
You woke
perceptive.
me up. I didn't need
I
to.
wish these cameras are on. Damn.
You're out there, you're dumping the
It's
Let's do this in Strongbank, where we can be a little intoxicated while we do it.
I don't need to be.
Cartoons where they're making
Breathe.
so much noise trying to be quiet.
Please.
What? Why? Okay, but I really am very confused. Why? I understand the need to know it's here, but like, what are you afraid to read in that?
I don't know, but I didn't think there was any reason to be afraid of going to the potion shop.
Wait, there was?
Yeah, but you also.
There wasn't a reason. There became one.
Yeah,
You
I
made
guess, but it. I mean,
don't know,
I'm sorry.
it's-
Whatever's in there can't be as scary as whatever that is.
That's
PTSJ.
fair. I don't know.
Whatever's
If
in
you
there.
lost yourself, wouldn't you want something to like come back and like ground yourself? Be like, okay, this is who I was. This is I'm not crazy anymore.
Yeah, I would want
Here's my
that, but
reality.
me reading that is not going to change that he still has that to ground himself.
He's been so freaking quiet our entire journey, and all of a sudden he's Jared and he's like, "Let me tell you my life."
To me, that is him just not being able to process it. That's not him being quiet because he doesn't want us to know.
I don't know.
Let me just read the first page.
You're gonna get through it.
I didn't
bitch is
say
back.
I don't
go through it.
trust. I.
You can
I'm
watch.
gonna grab.
I'll stand right here and
Okay,
read,
we'll
the,
read
first
the first
page.
Okay, we'll read the first page.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not gonna run away with it. No.
I like how it's we.
It has turned
No,
into
no, let's get the sales picture is great.
It's the same freaking thing.
Bring it
it's
back
the
to-
same thing as Jared Dad's.
What?
He made another one. Would be so
I
funny.
No, it says I can recall with the greatest of bees every adventure that we ever had. It's the same thing.
Okay.
But does it?
You made the best out of the worst and pushed me to be who I needed to be. So thank you for believing in me. And thank you for standing beside me. I don't think I've ever told you before, but you guys are the best, and I couldn't ask for more. And then GLCL.
Okay. So is he writing? He could have the same journal, but writing to like his. You know how people process shit and they write to like their. You could write a letter to your dead grandma just to process shit.
We read the first page.
I'm so sad I'm asleep for this.
Can I see it?
This is so funny.
Why? Breathe.
Why does it? I don't have to tell you anything. Why
I could
can't
not
I
remember
see
the
it?
first page,
Why
like-
does it matter?
What is it?
Why am I not allowed to?
Because it's his.
I'm sorry. You literally, I walked into the cabinet corners of you going like this, looking
Because I
for
needed to
his.
make sure it was there.
I don't know. That's crap. You're now regulating it because you're like, no, this is private. We read the other journal.
Because he was crazy. This is real Jared.
So?
Do you want to just read through my whole journal?
Sure.
Great. Here you go. Here's a journal to read.
No, but I would like to read his too. Why does his need to be protected?
Because it's he hasn't given us permission. Crazy dude? Sure, we can read through his. But this is Jared.
So? He did.
Do you not care about his personal life?
I do. That's why.
Let it be his.
I'm
Is
so
everything
sorry.
you have
I'm
to-
very conflicted on your levels of boundary right now.
You ransacked the room, and you read the first page after Bree convinced you, and now we're gonna go back to the
Oh, no, this
no,
isn't
no,
right.
no, that's too much.
Go to bedroom. We can talk about
No,
this.
I am not. I would love to. Can I please see it?
I was looking down from his godflight, like, I'm enjoying myself, guys.
This is so funny. Oh my god.
I don't understand what me reading that is gonna do or not do for anybody. I'm not. It's not gonna walk up to Jared dad and be like, "Look what I found."
But imagine you did though.
Oh God, that would be great. The fuckery. He just laughed the whole time, so it's fine.
It's true.
I don't understand what.
I was like, I'm gonna find this and I'm gonna read it, and then I found it and I was like, bleh.
Yeah. So let me pre-read it for you to be like, yeah, no, it's really fucked up. Don't read it. Or I could be like, no, it's fine. I'll screen it for you. Parental screening.
Don't be another parent.
I'm not trying to be your parent.
You just said you were gonna parental screen it for me.
Yeah, I just meant I'll pre-read it and then tell you if it's good or bad. And then you can decide to read it on your own because you'll keep it in a bag of holding where clearly it's been the whole time.
Can you sleep on it?
No.
This is so funny.
Can you at least tell me to put the rest of this shit back in the bag?
I'll help you put the rest of the shit back in the bag when
Okay,
we
let's
hold
do
the
that
journal.
first. Let's do that first!
No?
I don't even know.
You're
if the two of you
deflecting
can-
right now. You're trying to get the direction to change, and I'm locked in on that.
Tinker really wanted to read it in private! Oh god, okay.
So
Let
all
me
that was
read
bullshit?
it.
No, yeah, absolutely! She was gonna go to sleep and I was gonna be like, think!
Let me read it. Yeah, why do you get to be the only one who knows?
No, that was not out loud. That was not.
I know, but let me
This
read
is
it,
so good, dude.
and then I'll go to bed, and you can do whatever the F you want with it. I don't care.
Did you say F you want? Like F you?
No.
No. Sneaky way of telling me.
How long is this gonna take?
I don't know. How big is
Because everyone else is gonna wake up and be like, God damn, her last 4 hours are really long.
Exhaustion point, exhaustion point, exhaustion
Maybe
point.
I slept bad.
Pass it.
Yes!
Oh.
God, I really wanted Bree to possibly like, I
love
sit
the cover
down
on
and
this, by
I
the way.
read it.
I was literally gonna be like, fuck. And then you wake up and you be like, psst, I caved.
Yeah. I love how you're like, that was all bullshit. I'm like, yes! Of course that was all bullshit. Alright, I take the rest of my watch while she's...
Oh my.
So Bree stays up with you?
I don't know how long it takes her to read it, but... I'm so afraid she's gonna give facial expression.
She already did.
I know, I'm not watching.
You didn't
So-
hear her?
Are you putting the stuff back in the bag while she's reading? Okay. So yeah, you're.
The box isn't there.
Bree's like, yeah, I'll help you. I'll just give me the book.
I
and
want
I'll
to look
put
in
the
like
stuff
my
in the
normal bag.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a perception check or investigation, whichever one you want. I think it'd be investigation. Actually. It's not whichever one you want. I make the rules. Here. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know where else it would be because it wasn't a big box. It was big enough to fit in the drawer of his
No, it's just on the table.
on the side table.
Yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, like
I got 12.
Doesn't need to be in your bag either.
Shit.
Did you leave it on the ship?
No, it's been in the bag. I didn't take anything else out of the bag before.
That would have been hysterical. They were driving back, being like, "Hey, this is theirs." Ah.
She's laughing at the journal.
I know, I'm scared.
laughter scares you.
But yeah, you're
Ooh.
flip the
If
bag
you're
back
unlocked,
inside or right side,
Yeah, and I put
whatever.
everything back.
Everything back. Similar description to what Bree did.
I'm
You
going to
obviously
write
know
that this is
the
not in
thistle,
here.
but you know what it is, so that's plus.
Yeah, now you can find it again. You can put it back in the bag.
Yeah, you've seen it now, so
Okay.
Do I need to be worried?
Well, I mean, he's not crazy. It's really Jared. He knows who we all are. All these mentioned
At least like our Jared is like not a different version of. Maybe there's a third Jared out there, somewhere inside.
Jibro.
Jared, bro.
gross.
He's not very full.
Well, neither was his newer one. I figured it was like day for day, copy to copy. But just Tinka instead of Ella. But there's one day I want to look at.
There's one date you want to look at?
Yeah.
What date is it? I won't tell you what it says. I want to know if I'll tell you if it's in here.
It's going to be.
I want to see if it's in there. I know it's in there. It has
So-
to be.
I got to know, and well, we're not going to wait the entire time on
Yeah.
this, but what was your thought when she flipped the bag inside out?
Oh, I was absolutely like, well, there it is.
Have you been like waiting or like
I-
kind of nervous, or what was your
I was kind of expecting it at one point.
somewhere down the line?
I was expecting the possibility of her to just be so frustrated. She's like, God damn it! That, yeah. I did not think that Bree would be the one to look in there
The
for it.
19th of Lawton.
Yeah.
Maybe
Uh,
the 20th.
I did expect
19th
her
is
to
in
try
there.
and look for it eventually and not pull it out. And
Right.
then I considered strongly that at some point she would flip it upside down.
Great job.
Thanks.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
I just really wanted
I
to
don't
read
think
it
you're
alone.
gonna be happy about
I
that.
wanted to find it and read it alone.
Glory.
I
Okay.
really wish you'd be like, okay, fine, we'll sleep on it. I'm like, okay, good night. Bree goes to sleep.
Read.
I'm sorry.
Read an open book!
Do you know me?
I was like, I'm not gonna be able to go around this, so.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, good night.
Well, rude.
You need to sleep so that we can travel tomorrow.
Oh.
She didn't help you at all with the bag.
Yep.
No, I did all by myself.
Good night.
Good night.
I'll help you with the bag. Just let me read the book
We'll
first.
talk later. Cause are you gonna put that away or are you gonna read it?
I put it in the bag.
All right, good night.
Everyone's
Putting it
checking
away.
you
Oh, yeah.
I would roll an insight
Okay,
check.
I'm
'cause I
gonna, I'm gonna roll
definitely
either a
don't.
persuasion or a deception.
Without telling you which one.
No.
It's definitely one or the other, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you rolled the other dice. I was like, damn.
No. No.
6.
18!
Yeah, no. I was okay.
Good night.
Good night. And I go to sleep.
The second I hear the faintest of snores, it is back out. And I'm reading.
Okay. Are you going to read it aloud?
How long would all of that have taken? Just so we know for sure.
How long you'll be up?
Yeah. How long would it have taken Bree to read through that?
It wouldn't have taken me very long, but I also don't know how long it was like. Was that like probably like a half an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says every single page
Bree
is like
ripped the pages out.
every single page.
Yeah,
it says
that
it
would've
was
been
me,
funny.
It was me. Like he wrote over each page.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh.
Okay. Do you want
And
me
it
to?
gets
this-
steadily worse handwriting.
Yeah. God damn it, you wrote it all in Draconic.
I know. That's why I was like, you're
Son
not gonna
of a
like
bitch.
this entry.
The whole thing. You wrote a
The
whole
night-
No, like the 19th, there's like a chunk in English and then there's a chunk in Draconic.
The night that I tricked you with the talisman is in there, and he was like, I felt bad.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in Bree's, there's a similar one that's like, that was awesome.
That's funny. I don't know. That's the one night Bria was like, you know what? I'm really sorry. Here you go.
Yeah, that is true. You did have like a moment of like,
Yeah.
He also
This is funny.
he mentioned
This is
that.
not funny.
It's not funny anymore. People's feelings get hurt. Ah.
The best part is I think that was a turning point for her.
Yes, unintentionally so. I think so.
For Bree?
Yeah.
I would agree.
Tricks hurt people sometimes.
So, Miss Emily,
Yes.
your watch continues without a hiccup
Cool.
that
Good,
you
'cause she
noticed,
wasn't
but
watching.
you also
Yeah.
aren't really
I'm
watching.
not watching.
So,
I
keep,
literally,
keep
like,
that in mind.
The second people were asleep, I was like,
You
great, I have
notice
shit to do.
that 2 of your party members are missing in the morning.
What?
I'm just kidding. I just wanted to...
Well,
Where? Who? What?
No.
Yeah. Who?
Do they have the box?
We wandered off.
The rest of the night goes without incident, but 2 people are gone.
Which 2 people? You don't know.
You don't know. It was a good read, though. Okay, so we're going to jump back in here. and I'm aware of the time. There is a point that I want to get to,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
okay. And because it's daylight, we'll get out of this blue light, which I know Emily is going to be very happy about.
So scared.
That's actually kind of nice. Okay. All right. So as y'all awake, you find yourself damp from the dew that has settled, kind of with the colder temperatures. A thin layer of mist has formed in pockets. The sun is obscured by a cloud cover, casting an even grayer coloration than that of yesterday. The air is brisk and filled. That fills your lungs with fresh but cold breath. And the smell of sea is present at times, but not consistent, as you guys have moved a little bit inland. But with that like gusts that kind of come along, it kind of brings different smells. Okay, so you find that the temperature mixed with the dampness of your gear provides a bit of a chilly sensation as you guys kind of are setting out for the day and like getting ready. The grays continue as you guys proceed in the morning. Feel free to discuss anything that you guys want to in the morning, and then as you guys are done, then we'll move on.
Ah, my journal.
Yeah.
Tinker is writing a chunk of this into her own journal.
Okay.
But putting this away before those two wake up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all wake. You wake a little bit.
I'm only a half an hour behind
Yep.
everybody.
Exactly.
Well, because it would have been my 4 hours, that would have been their 8 hours. You would still need 4 hours.
Yeah, you're going 4 hours.
So you'd be 4.5 hours after we
Yeah.
woke up.
Yeah.
I get it.
Correct. So the two of you wake with Tinker. I don't know, sitting on a rock.
Yep.
Probably like what the fuck. Is there anything that the three of you would like to do, or are you guys just going to sit quietly and patiently while Bree continues to snore along?
Any deity Google Maps?
No. Doesn't. I'm aware it doesn't really work that way sometimes, right? Like, but no. No instructions or anything like that. It was much better sleep than I expected for being out in the middle of nowhere without a fire, without a tent.
Are you still feeling that pull?
I'm going to assume yes. It's the same kind of the draw to the mountain here, like the same kind of nothing has changed in that capacity, but
It's not even just the mountain. It is like the space of like this grassland with the mountain. Like
Yeah.
you do have a pull to the mountain, but like
yeah,
it is
it's
encompassing of
this connected point of this section of this area. It's not just these mountains.
Correct.
It's
I
like-
just
yeah.
wanted to. You do also feel connected,
Yeah.
right where you are.
Understandable. Yeah. So yes, it's the same kind of thing. Not any weaker than yesterday. It's funny. If anything, I feel like sleeping on it has made me more confident that I know that we're going the right way, but not that I know the way to go.
The box was supposed to deliver is gone.
What?
Yeah, sorry, I kind of forgot about that.
I was gonna immediately go run to his bag.
Yeah, if you guys can check your bags. I checked the bag we're holding, I checked my bag.
Yeah, I will dig through my bag to see if I can find any.
You went all throughout my bag. Was it in there?
No, you don't know I did that.
I know.
But I will have you, now that you're going through your bag, roll a perception check, because your bag is not packed the exact same way that you packed it.
I shoved shit in there.
Investigation.
Correct. Yeah.
Investigate.
You're definitely investigating. I'm just saying perception for you,
Yeah.
because
That's a. Oh.
you can roll perception to see if you notice that someone's gone through your bag, and then you'll roll investigation for the box.
23. For perception.
Perception? Yeah, somebody definitely went through your shit.
18 investigation.
18. You do not see it in there.
Really?
It was in the bag of holding.
Yeah, you left that out. I thought it was.
Yeah, I left it out. With my bag
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Mark that, by the way.
I know.
Question: does
Starting
Dad
early.
understand what she would be like? Do you remember there's a second journal, or is that like wiped from your memory?
No, as far as I'm aware, this is my only journal.
So you don't even know what she's looking for.
I was looking for that journal to fuck with him.
I know it. What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
natural one for investigation.
So you're just so caught up that your stuff has been rifled through that you're like you're having a very difficult time. As hard as that is to believe, focusing that a very important thing is all of a sudden missing.
Yeah, honestly, that was probably the bad reaction for the situation.
Sure.
Where the fuck could it be?
I don't know. It was in the bag. Hilda gave it to us. I put it in bag. It has not left bag.
Well, it has.
Yep.
But-
Yep. The only time I've left bag,
Who's had the bag?
me.
Who's even known about the box?
Squigs?
That was the first thought I had too. Was Squigs. There's no
Why
way.
would Squigs take it though?
And if Squigs has it, what do we do with that?
Yeah, I'd like to.
No, I am not walking back through that fucking swamp.
Oh God!
Dude.
I think I could replicate it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's try not to think of anything that wouldn't be an immediate solution,
Where
Which-
can we even look? Where can we
I
try to
want-
look?
which is like 99% of everything I could think of.
Yeah, it's like nothing is an immediate solution but finding the box.
While they're like panic chatting, I'm just gonna like be like, oh shit. I'm just gonna close my eyes and whisper like, Hilda, do I need to start counting? Just I'm not letting anyone else in on that. That is for fuck. Yeah. So we will figure out what to do later. But there might not be a box to deliver. And I don't know what to do about that. If you see a box, grab it.
Oh, I see a box.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm.
Are you okay? Because I mean, I don't know if this. I don't think this means that the tide goes back. Because you clearly still feel the pull. You feel the Raven Queen.
Well,
We have no clue when this disappeared.
right. Nothing's worse, but
Okay.
that doesn't. I wouldn't expect that even if we failed the contract, that would happen, because we have the backup in place. I don't suspect that I would really know, even if this one failed. Not
Okay.
until yours failed.
Do you think I would feel if it failed?
I
That's a
feel
good
like
question.
there's probably a very good chance there's a potion of true sight at Strongbank.
We have a potion
We
of truth
have
still.
two.
Yeah, you have one, and Bree has one.
I was still working on the premise that we only had one.
No, we have
It
two.
is now the time to use one.
That number 8 on that sheet that I gave you drops to 5. With
Cool.
this missing.
Cool.
So we
Makes sense.
can look for the true sight reveals things as they are, but
With this added
Yeah.
stress level, for
Cool.
sure.
Great. Lovely.
I don't
It's
know
a
if that
big
help.
change.
I don't know if that help. No, that help because it's not. Who would have hidden it? How would it be hidden?
Maybe there's a spiritual tether that we can see linking. I don't know.
We saw something connecting Squigs to her. Maybe we wait till Bree's up.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh god.
I don't know. But to your question, I don't know. I don't know if you would know, because the differences that I felt were directly in the way that the deity that I received my power from was connected to me. Otherwise, if I wasn't actively thinking about that connection, I don't know that I would have felt the difference at all.
Well, I haven't had any nightmares yet.
That's a good sign. Nightmares are bad.
Do you think there's any possible chance you can talk to the Raven Queen about this? Try and...
I do my best.
I'm all in for going in on this spiritual journey if...
Yeah, I tried my best to try to contact her last night, and it's a real life metaphor here, because I don't have an Taoism for this. Like an aquarium when there's like a fish on the other side of a glass. Like that's how I feel here. Like I can put my hand on the glass, and I know there's something on the other side of that glass that is there on the other end.
Do something!
But
They can
Come
do it.
here!
I can't touch the fish, right? But that's how my dreams felt. I know she's there, but I did not get to talk to her last night. And I don't know if that's partly because of where we're at. I don't know if this is a case where I could see her more clearly, but the gap is bridged. I don't know if it's an all or nothing thing. I'm just in the dark on that as you are, unfortunately. I think that's maybe the most infuriating part about this whole patron situation is that while I'm very grateful for all the things that she does for me and grants me, I do feel like I'm learning not only what it feels like to be, like you guys have learned to be for all of your life, but also that I learned the rules of this interaction more and more every day.
I'm just going through my mind of all the people I don't know if I can trust now.
Right.
Can't trust anybody on the ship all of a sudden.
But none of them knew about
None
the
of
box.
them went in my bag.
None of them knew about the box.
We haven't told anyone about the box.
Just because we didn't tell them doesn't mean they don't know.
But if I were to reach my hand and into the bag of holding and think of something that I've never seen before, it might be in there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see it. I wouldn't be able to get it.
As a totally
Oh, the
hypothetical
irony.
scenario.
It's a tale as old as time.
So,
Everyone knows this about bags.
It's an obvious limitation.
Duh.
So somebody.
So that would mean they'd have to have worked for Hilda.
Yes.
Oh, fuck!
Or either the only ways that someone could have gotten the knowledge about this box would have been from us or from Hilda. And if we didn't tell anyone or show anyone the box,
Did I take my bag to the potion shop? I don't know why I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't have.
You did. Because they took all of your items when you went there.
You also left him in the locker at the spa.
Dude, that lady, I knew not to trust that lady at the potion shop. She
That
was
bitch.
sketchy as fuck. You weren't there. I lost my shit on her. She took our stuff when we did the whole trip down happy old memory lane. They took all of our stuff. Oh my god, it's that fucking potion shop. They're in the swamp. Of course they know who the fuck is Hilda Rock singer
Why
bitch
would-
face is.
why would she want the package delivered but then have one of her people take it though?
To fuck us.
As much as I'm willing to consider that,
We can't even try to fix that.
never
Not without
mind.
going
Yeah.
back.
It had to have been Jasmine. You saw how sketchy she was. You had a great time at the potion shop.
Yeah.
It.
I don't know. I would be saying I have no idea. Right? At any point in time that we were sleeping, that we got drunk at a bar, right? The idea that any person who was Hilda's agent, right, could have snuck their hand inside your bag of holding because they knew what they were looking for.
And we left it alone for hours in the spa.
If they were sent by
The
Hilda,
bathhouse.
there was any number of times that someone could have done that.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Oh no. Oh no.
We can't check though. Like there's no way to go back and check.
I feel like this. I don't want to. I mean, I guess in the long run, moving on for 2 months. What's another day or two added to our journey for the king? I don't know how your god works, but I feel like the only way we're going to figure this out is with divine intervention. So
So you're saying go to the mountains?
that's where I'm leaning.
I
toward.
thought you were going to say we're going back to
I
the
thought
swamp,
the same
and I was going to
thing.
say there are other options here. I can't.
1,000 options, actually.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't know where else to go but forward here. I feel like if we go back, we undo all the reason why we left.
I don't want to aimlessly wander through the mountains that lead there. I think
it's
the plan
not
stands.
quite aimlessly. We do have a compass,
Hopefully,
kinda.
and this just sounds so dumb after everything that we just said, but I have a good feeling about this. Guys,
Oh,
I have a
no.
good feeling about
I
this.
know.
Things have never
I
been
have a good
worse.
feeling
It's
about
okay.
this. It broke.
Oh no! You broke your laser.
I think I came off the
Yeah.
school or whatever, but I don't know what else we can do other than try to do the things we think are best here. Maybe the box is just hidden. Maybe it is one of those things that Hilda is just testing us, and she has enchanted it from afar, and it's invisible.
Maybe one day in Strongbank it'll be in the back.
Maybe,
Or
or
maybe it has a proximity
Yeah.
spawn point.
well, I don't know what. I have you looked at it since we left Hilda's?
No, because it was safe in the bag.
I assume so too, but to the point of we don't know. It's been a week and a half.
I am going to
It's
find
only been a week and a half since
Jasmine.
Hilda's.
Something like that, right? A week and a half, 2 weeks.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, like it's been inside of 2 weeks that we've had this box, but if we've not looked at it since we put it in the bag, maybe it turned invisible the second it hit the bag, or whatever. Maybe as soon as we put it in the bag, it went to wherever the fuck. We don't know. So I don't know. I'm with Jerry. The only thing that I know right now is that I feel like going to the mountains is right. I feel like that is right, and
Right now or after Strongbank?
I'm hedging my banks. I'm hedging my
Whoa.
bets.
my bank's on strong.
Hedging my bets on the god here.
So
I-
you're saying mountains first?
Yep.
If we can find the path and we're already here, I don't know why we'd backtrack to do it.
Here's the other thing. Oh god. If there's no box to deliver, there's no contract to fail. Because if we just never deliver the box, we
When
still haven't failed it.
We were never given a
We were
timeline.
never given a time limit.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Because they could just say, oh, we haven't gotten to it yet. We haven't delivered this yet.
So long as we don't tamper with it, which
We haven't.
Is it fair?
give me the contract.
So I still think, even if that's the case, then the best
Yeah.
avenue is to go. The only way that we'll know is through my connection with the Raven Queen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way we'll know if it improves or gets worse. So I still think that the way to try to finish that out, then even if we don't have the box, would be to go down this path.
The package is to be untampered with. It doesn't mean we. It doesn't say we can't.
So if anyone fucking tampers with this,
Yep.
we're
If anyone
fucked.
opens the box.
But no, okay.
If
No
they
one
open the
knows where
box or
box
enchant the
is.
box or whatever the fuck.
Someone has the box.
Yeah, but how do we know if we don't know where it is? Then
You're
how do
sleeping.
we know if it's sorry? Sorry.
We don't know.
What if we have no idea what this box does? What if it has something to do with this might be a fucking huge stretch, but what if it was designed to send him to a different plane. And because we had placed it within the ethereal plane, that was fucking with it.
Like, it was time sensitive, and it did its thing, but because it was in the bag...
And I don't even know about time sensitive.
If it is a interdimensional thing, the second I put it into the bag, it would have, like, ripped a hole in the universe.
It'd be in the Grey Waste. If it's anywhere, it would go back to Hilda, right?
No, if you put, like, a interdimensional thing inside of an interdimensional thing, it destroys both and tears it. The bag is still fine.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't
sure.
think we can think about it right now.
Yeah, that's
I don't
just
think there's anything to do
the
about it.
biggest leap I can...
Yeah.
I don't know. Hedge my bets on God.
Yeah. I don't...
I think we need to pack up and be ready to go the moment Bree's up.
She was up in the middle of the night and I told her about the bag. The box. So she'll already know.
Why was Brie up?
Transition of gods. I was up, she was up. She was falling asleep. I was already up.
How did you come to realize it was gone?
Can I have an insight check here?
Mhm.
I obviously know the discrepancy here, so I'm just
100%.
gonna say, like, either I catch it or I don't, the fact that there's a time lapse there.
You would make a deception roll. Yeah.
So, okay, I rolled an 18.
Yes or no? We've learned the lesson here.
Yes, by one.
Cool. Yeah, okay, that's kind of weird, but I guess if Bree knows.
She was awake. It was my turn and I woke up. Dumped out the bag and found it was missing.
I hope she gets some okay sleep then.
Yep.
What made you decide now to look for the box? Like, was something concerning you?
I realized I hadn't written what was in the bag well. And I was like, I don't think that's in there anymore. So I did like a full
I organized it poorly. I had to rearrange.
Yeah,
the-
books were on top of sharp things. It just was a mess.
I had like pictures underneath, like
You couldn't find anything in
statues
there.
and,
9!
armor. Oh boy.
I see through your
We
bullshit.
have a mandible jaw in there. Did you?
I see through your bullshit. You see that I see through your bullshit,
Distraction.
but I'm not saying anything.
We have a full mandible jaw in there. Do you remember the big bug pinchy things in the caves in Gomotua?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
The
shoved a
walls.
whole ass jaw from one of those bitches
That
in
was in your book.
the bag.
You know what that thing's called.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just not taking the
Engaged.
bait.
Yeah, gotcha.
Gotcha. Rejected.
It was like, I see your bullshit. Like, we have a jaw.
I'm
Dina.
just gonna be like, I remember, and go back and start packing my shit.
I think he knows.
I don't
Well,
really...
he didn't confess to knowing
He
you were lying
definitely
either.
knows now.
No, they both saw through my bullshit.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to do other than just wait for Bree, and then we'll make for the mountains as quickly as we can. And hopefully things get a little more clear as we get closer.
Not to meta or anything, but Tank just said, I think he knows I'm lying, and I feel like I would be like, what are you lying about?
I don't know if you saw, but Emily was never mind. Yeah, that we were. Yes, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I
there
know.
was
There was an
non-verbal
exchange.
communication
Oh, okay.
There was
happening
an exchange
earlier.
that happened. I am on the same page. I
Okay.
intentionally did not do that.
Alright, cool.
I wish the cameras were rolling.
For this entire thing.
Yeah.
Those are some good just moments.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good facial expressions.
I am good just to wait for Bree and then head for the mountains. Because I don't really know what else to do.
Okay.
I'm
So-
on ponder.
So as you guys...
You never wrote about meeting me. You son of a bitch.
Alright, well that's a weird time to draw that conclusion.
Memories.
But
Jared meeting Tinkerton wasn't a big moment in his life at the time.
I'm
So-
sorry, the doppelganger situation was like, meh.
Alright, so you guys wait, obviously, the
However
four and a
long,
half
yeah.
hours for Bree to get up. And as you do, you guys have already packed up camp, waiting for Bree to pick up. She very quickly does, I'm assuming.
I've already packed your stuff. Like, as soon as you start stirring, I'm like, hey, got your stuff. We need to get going.
Okay.
Apparently we're just saying to the mountains. Because we believe God knows where the box is.
What else do you want to do, Tinker?
I don't have any other ideas! I'm just
Honestly,
saying!
that's the most accurate thing you could say. God knows where this is.
I don't have any other
Aren't-
plans!
Aren't there like
I don't
15
either.
different gods? How do you know?
One of them has to.
We're going with the only one that we have any relationship with.
And I don't know that she does.
Oh.
I
Okay, that's fair. And we did decide on this plan last night. So are we sticking to the same, like, we're gonna see what we see, but not search all the mountains? Or are we like,
My vote
We're
is kind of
finding
leans
this.
more toward finding his God and asking for help.
yeah.
isn't your god everywhere?
My glove's been on the table the entire time.
Yeah,
Oh, shoot. Sorry, Tyson.
you should be.
I think that nothing changes. I think that we go on about doing exactly what we were doing as if nothing has changed.
Remember
I
the
think that-
first step of Strongbank was deliver the box.
Yep, and we're not to Strongbank yet.
It's true.
Our plan was go to the mountains, try to go to the mountains, see if there's any kind of closer pull, and then go from there.
It is
Yes, we're also supposed to
fascinating
research a bunch of stuff.
that
first.
he was hell bent on visiting his God, and I'm like, no, let's go do
So,
this.
no,
And
I
now
am-
the next morning our
No,
role
I
reversal.
am still absolutely, to clarify, nothing that I'm saying is anything other than that I want to go to this pass. I still believe that
Yeah.
everything about this is correct for me to go to this pass. Nothing about any of that was whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next year. But I know that I need to go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And right at this moment, nothing has given us any foot forward except for the possibility that she might know something that none of us do.
Right.
I don't have a better idea other than maybe ask the only person that any of us have any kind of faith in.
I have a question. Because when you took the true sight potion, Hilda, you could, like, see her. And that's in, like, a different plane, right?
Yeah.
And so is the bag of holding. So is it possible that she can, like, get access to it without... Like, I don't know how that works.
I mean, it does go back to why would she, but it also goes back to we have no other
I'm sorry.
explanation.
Why would she? Maybe she likes the deal you made better. And she's like, yeah, easy.
Easy money.
I don't know.
Nowhere in the contract does it say that she can't intervene and fuck with us.
That is very
No,
No,
it
she
does
just says
say
she
that
won't
you
fuck with
can't
him.
intervene and fuck with him.
So she couldn't have done it.
Herself directly. Like, is
But
a
if she
minion
sends an
a
agent-
yeah.
If she tells someone to go and do it, that's the same thing.
Okay.
And it's like saying a general it doesn't commit acts of war crime because he tells his troops to go do whatever.
That's fair.
I mean, I guess it comes down to how respectful she is of her own rules and
Yeah,
laws.
that's very true. She
I don't
kind of
think
makes the contract, so like if she breaks her own, like
I don't think
know.
it's about respect. I think it's about intent. I think that the Hag's contract is meant to bind you to your word, and I think that ultimately, if the purpose of the Hag's contract is to have the intent of binding the way that it does, I think that's what it's meant to be. It's a magical thing. It's not.
So, as you guys set off, the gray coloring continues as the sun tries to push through the early cloud cover, finally succeeding just before noon. With the sun being more present, the subtle greens and browns comes through just a bit more. And as you guys continue to pass over countless hills of grasses on your way towards the mountain, seemingly going on forever, it is hard to get a gauge just how far these endless hills truly go. Due to the sight line being limited, as you guys dip down and then up atop another hill, the brisk breeze has remained from the morning, and the crisp air, although warmer, still gives off a somber presence. As the sun passes beyond a particularly large cloud, you find yourself casting a large shadow. You also notice, cresting the hill that lies immediately in front of you, large black horned sheep crest the
Not expecting sheep.
crest the horizon. Shortly following this flock, a thin humanoid approaches, wrapped in a slightly dark grayish cloak. They carry a tall staff or crook,
It's Jesus. He was talking about being a shepherd.
which is a firm rod. Yeah, so a crook, which is a firm rod with a hook on the end, kind of like a horseshoe.
And this goes back to the why did you do
Oh,
this? Now it's gonna make it look like I was.
No.
There's a mini. There's a mini.
And that is where we will end tonight's episode.
It's Jesus.
That's what I said, and I was like, oh no.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I love this.
Yeah.